Hello, today we are going to learn something about Accounting Standard 1, that is disclosure of accounting policies. Accounting Standard 1 deals with the disclosure of accounting policies which are followed by an organization in preparing and presenting the financial statement. So while preparing and presenting financial statement, whatever accounting policies are followed, those should be disclosed in financial statement itself. And accounting standard 1 is talking about that only, disclosure of accounting policy. So what is disclosure of accounting policies? To ensure proper understanding of financial statements, it is necessary that all significant accounting policies followed in the preparation and presentation of financial statement should be disclosed in the financial statement itself. Now, what are these accounting policies? Accounting policies are the specific accounting principles and the methods of applying those principles adopted by the enterprise in the preparation and presentation of financial statement. Now, why it is needed to make disclosure of accounting policies followed? So, we are going to see the need for disclosure of accounting policies. So first one under that, to ensure proper understanding of financial statement. The user of financial statement must understand what the financial statement actually is. So by disclosing whatever policies are followed, the understanding of the user will be better. Second one, to compare financial statements of different enterprises. When the accounting policies followed are disclosed, in that case, it will be better to understand the financial statement. If financial statements are understood better, in that case, comparison of the financial statements of different enterprises will become easier. And the last one, all significant accounting policies are disclosed at one place would be helpful to the user of financial statement. Since whatever accounting policies we are following, those are disclosed at one place in financial statement. So user can understand what policies are followed and it will be helpful to the user of financial statement. Now next, fundamental accounting assumptions. Certain fundamental accounting assumptions underlie the preparation and presentation of financial statement. They are usually not specifically stated because their acceptance and use are assumed. Disclosure is necessary if they are not followed. In case fundamental accounting assumptions are not followed, in that case only it is needed to be disclosed. Now we are going to see what are the fundamental accounting assumptions. So first one is going concern. The enterprise is normally viewed as a going concern, that is, as continuing in operation for the foreseeable future. It is assumed that the enterprise has neither the intention nor the necessity of liquidation or curtailing materially the scale of the operations. So we assume that the business is going to continue for foreseeable future, and we are assuming here that enterprise is not having any intention and necessity for liquidating, that is closing or curtailing materially the scale of the operation or reducing the scale of the operation. Next one is consistency. It is assumed that accounting policies are consistent from one period to another. So whatever accounting policies we are followed, those should be consistently followed. If not, in that case, disclosure is necessary. We will take an example over here. If we are following first in first out method of stock valuation, in that case we should follow that consistently from one period to another. And if we want to change it from FIFO to weighted average, we have to disclose the same. Third one, accrual. Revenues and costs are accrued, that is recognized as they are earned or incurred and not as money is received or paid, and recorded in the financial statement of the periods to which they relate. So accrual is whatever expenses we are incurring or whatever income we have earned, those we record on accrual basis and not when money is paid or money is received. Like we will take one example over here. We show salaries outstanding. That means salaries are related to this period, but we have not paid the same. Still, we add that amount to the salaries amount. Okay, so that is recording on accrual basis. Now next, consideration in selection of accounting policies. Primary consideration is the financial statement should represent a true and fair view. Major consideration is achieving the primary consideration. So what is the main consideration for selection of accounting policy? That the financial statement should represent true and fair view. And for that, other considerations are: first one, prudence. In view of the uncertainty attached to future events, profits are not anticipated but recognized only when realized, though not necessarily in cash. Provisions is made for all known liabilities and losses, even though the amount cannot be determined with certainty and represents only the best estimate in light of available information. So here prudence means provide for all known expenses but do not provide for known incomes. Next one, substance over form. The accounting treatment and presentation in financial statement of transactions and events should be governed by their substance and not merely by their legal form. So here we will take one example. Depreciation is allowed to the lessee even though he is not the owner. Normally depreciation is allowed to the owner, but lessee can take benefit of the same. And the next one, materiality. Financial statement should disclose all material items, that is, item the knowledge of which might influence the decision of the user of the financial statement. We will take one example over here. If item is known, the decision is A, and if item is unknown, decision is B. That means knowledge of item is changing the decision of the user. Okay, so that item will be material item, and disclosure of such material items is necessary. Now next, changes in accounting policies. Now whatever accounting policies we are following, those should follow consistently. Okay, now if we want to change the same, when we can do so? So first one, changes in accounting policies should be made in following conditions: when it is required by the statute or for compliance with the accounting standards. So whenever it is required by the statute or for compliance with the accounting standards, if it is required, in that case we have to change the accounting policy which we are following. When it results in more appropriate presentation of financial statement. Thank you.